What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is Friday, August 21st, and I came to the office at around 2 o'clock and the prices were moving down. So the first thing I did is I drew this trend line, and I was expecting the trend might continue. When I came to the office we were making this correction up, so I also drew this trend line right here. Now notice the big overshoot. The sell-off was really big, and that generally means that you may not even get the retest of this trend line working lower. But I was still playing it as we might get the retest of the trend line, because that's the rule of the strategy. Whenever trend line breaks, the follow-up is the retest of a new low. So we were working higher right here, as you can see, and I think the trend line was actually something a little bit like right here. This was really the only shorter term one. This was a little bit a longer term one, and I actually took this trade here. I think I took this trade right here because I was treating this as a failed break higher. As you can see, the prices were really far away from EMA, and I think the bullish move up was very overdone, and they trapped everybody going long into these highs. So I went short here. Now I wouldn't recommend this for beginners, obviously, because when you look at the right side of the chart, I mean, beginner doesn't know whether the prices are going to go higher or lower, but I really thought they trapped a lot of bulls going high, as you can see, and they did. It worked for a scalp, but at the same time I wasn't thinking going long because this bearish downtrend is still in play. So I thought we might get another leg down, and that didn't happen. Prices moved higher. So at this point what I'm thinking, okay, my first thought was we might get a retest and a new low, and it didn't happen, so prices now are in the uptrend. So I kind of switched gears now, thinking long, but I don't see any good setup here. I didn't take any setup here. There's not the greatest setup there. This is a first entry, second entry long, but you're going long at the resistance, and I don't know if you want to take this. Probably not. This was a good trade. This is where you definitely want to go short. This is a failed breakout. Most breakouts of trading range fails. This is where you want to go short. At this point, you should treat this as a trading range. There is no clear trend working higher. And then the prices were kind of just, in this little range, chopping along. You don't want to enter in the middle of the range. You can get chopped to pieces. So even though we have first entry, second entry short here, I don't know, it would have worked for a scalp, but I don't think you want to take this. You don't want to, the prices are in the EMA is flat. I don't think you want to go long or short here. And then we get this failed breakout of the trading range to the lows, which failed. I took this trade. This was a good trade to take. You want to fade these breakouts. A lot of people, they buy or sell the breakouts, and it's wrong. You don't want to do that. So this was a great trade. And then I marked these two trades. I'm going to show you when the prices were printing live what I was thinking. So we came from the lows, and the move down failed. The bears, they didn't manage to take the prices down. The support was too strong. and we rallied up big time to the resistance. Of course, you don't want to go long to the resistance, so you want to let the correction a little bit play out. The prices were chopping big time here. There we see first entry, second entry long. This is a second entry long, and also it is a failed break of this congestion. And this congestion is like little trading range, and most prices fails when they break out of the trading range. But it is a bearish bar. You know, you could take this, but I don't think this bar is perfect. But this bar, it served me as a first kind of bar that I drew the trend line. And when we made this another pull back to the trend line, this is where you want to go long. This is good setup. This is where you want to go long. Trend line start here of these first two bounces, and we confirmed it. You got room to this resistance. This is where you want to go long. And then we break higher, and prices attempt to retest the resistance, now act as a support once and twice. So as you can see, this is first entry long correction, this bearish bar is a correction, and second entry long. This is perfect setup where you want to go long. It's a bounce of the trend line, second entry long, as the rules say here. This is how you want to enter. You gotta wait to these important entry points. You don't just want to take every single trade that's on the chart. And prices are moving higher. We're stacking up here. I don't think you wanna take any trade here. We already are made big of a move to the upside. We got a little bit bouncier correction, but I don't think you want to go long here. And this is it for the day. So yeah, I really thought we were gonna get another leg down here. This is kind of big move, but that's what happens when you get overshoot. When you overshoot your trend line like this, a lot of times you don't even not gonna get attempt to a new low. You know, you're just gonna go straight into the opposite direction, and that's what happened here exactly. And this trade right here, once again, looking back here, beginners definitely shouldn't take this. But look at all these people that are trying to go long at the very high of this move. You know, you got break, you got attempt to a new high. This is top of the little trading range. This was good setup for a scalp. This was good setup, failed break off the trading range, as my strategy says here. Of course, there are some trades that you could have taken. I just marked the most obvious ones that even any beginner can spot. Right here, you gotta go long here off these trend lines because the move down has failed. You know, we should have went down here if the bears were strong enough, but they didn't want to sell. We bounced quickly, and this big of a rally from the lows, that's what told me that I didn't want to short this. So that was it for the day. Quite slow day, and so yeah. So see you guys in the next analysis. It's gonna be Monday. I didn't make any live video on the Friday. I didn't have enough time, but I'll make some live trades in the future. So have a good weekend and see you Monday. Bye.